and welcome back to Stuff We Do, where we do all the knife stuff you love. Knife reviews, knife tests, knife modifications, and outdoor stuff with knives. Today's Friday, and I know this is not a new Knife for Fun Knife Friday, but at least it's a full review on my little Swinky. Okay, the Swinky comes from, can you see that? Outdoor Edge. It's got like a Grivory or plastic or whatever handle. Little sheep's foot blade. Beautiful little thing there. Now, what I love about this knife, I can't remember if I said that previously. It's got quite a good detent. Did you hear that? Okay, so it's got quite a good detent at the top, and then at the bottom, we have another good detent. Okay, so this is pretty much a double detent / friction folder, because if you have your finger on there, you're not going to be able to move this. If you take your finger away, it's going to eat you, but if you have your finger there, this thing is rock solid. Okay, this thing is super sharp. Let me see if I still have my little piece of paper somewhere. No, I don't. Anyway, just believe me, this thing is extremely sharp. Okay, where's all the hair now? Okay, so anyway, this thing is extremely sharp, and now I have hair everywhere. I hate it if I don't have paper, and you all think paper looks better than cutting weird bald patches on your arms. Anyway, but I love this little thing. It has texture on it, but you don't need it, because look at it. It's like 3 fingers. The 4th finger is, I don't know, giving support from the bottom. So it's not a big knife. Okay. It does have this finger groove to keep your top finger in place, and then the rest just holds there. But the shape of this thing is fantastic. Okay. So I really enjoy this little knife. Now, the Pry Bar. I used to carry all kinds of weird pry bars, and I made a few weird pry bars and things, but I've never really used them. Now, this pry bar is sharp enough to actually be used as a pry bar and strong enough to really do the job. Also, if you have big enough flathead screwdrivers, this thing works a charm. Okay. The cap lifter, fantastic. It works great as a cap lifter, but I don't normally do things with cap lifters. But my wife occasionally drinks, well, very rarely, but she occasionally drinks something that you can actually use a pry bar on, a cap lifter on. Okay. But this thing, it weighs nothing. It's super small. Let's do a few specs on this. This is supposedly the full review, so let's just do that now. Okay, this is like 5.5 centimeters, the blade length, or pretty much straight up 2 inches cutting and blade length. Then overall, this thing is 6. Wait, let me just check again. Now I'm lying 5. I can't see. And then overall, it is 13 centimeters. It's a slicey little devil. So if we want to quickly check blade stock on this bad boy, it's going to be 2 millimeters. Okay, so it's quite thin. If we look at it scale wise, it's, what's that, 8.9 millimeters, which is, how do I check that now? 0.35 inches. Okay, so it is a small little knife, but it feels like you can do a lot with it. Okay, let's get our hard piece of doweling out again. It is quite a slicey little thing, and even if it is extremely hard, this is what I found. If you sometimes use, not a slip joint necessarily, but especially double detent knives, and you cut something extremely hard, and halfway through a cut you pull back, then the knife will try to close on you. Now, This thing being a double detent and a friction folder pretty much stops that. Okay, let's put the piece of wood away. But this thing is still super sharp. I cannot remember what the steel was. It will be in the description, in the description, subscription button will be there. Please click on that because you know you want to see every single thing I do. Okay, so this is still a fun knife. This is still a fun knife Friday. I hope you see this thing today and not maybe tomorrow. Did you see me struggling to get it closed like that? That's awesome. Double detent knife, small little thing. Let's quickly compare it to something. What do you know? Okay, Parrot 2 and this little guy. Okay, and you're getting it from the wrong perspective. If you look at that, it looks even smaller. So it's quite a small little knife, okay? But I must say, I've been enjoying this thing since I got it. It's been such a useful little tool. It's way okay. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but it's more of a tool than just a knife. You get what I'm saying. I can pry off plastic lids. You know, sometimes when you get something that screws off that you need to pop off, or even paint cans, as I said. Well, not normal paint cans, these new day plastic what paint cans, things like that. This thing works a treat and it's still unscathed. It looks pretty much fantastic. Well, we can see a few lines there, but it's nothing too bad. Okay, so Outdoor Edge Swinky definitely has 2 thumbs up in my book. This thing is inexpensive. If you want to buy them today here in South Africa, you'll have to go to Swartboard EDC and Gear. That's the only guy I know of that still sells them. And I don't know in the rest of the world where you will get them. You'll have to Google and see who will be able to get you one of these. But I must say, I am super glad that I got this little thing. And there's no double detent knife that is not super fidget friendly. Okay, now this is my braai knife for today. So we will be making a weird selection of sausages, and that will be it. Have a fantastic Friday. Have an awesome weekend. Wherever you live, please stay safe, happy, and have a good one. Goodbye. The coals are pretty much, well, it's a bit too hot still because I'm only doing weird sausages. We're doing smoked cheese wors that I bought, and it's weirdly yellow, so I don't know, most likely pork, and can't be that much cheese, but anyway. And then Weingart. Okay, this stuff is supposedly what's that? Something bacon and cheese sausages. Okay, so we are doing just sausages tonight. My wife was away for a few days, so I was mommy and daddy. That was quite horrible. But she's back. Well, she's coming back right now, and then life will be better again, and I can relax. Okay, I used my Swinky to unbox my sausages, and as soon as they are done, well, I don't know if I'll see you again. So let's just end it here. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.